Please click the subscribe button. Press the bell icon for no.
Now the background is clear. Alright. Ready? Yes. 1, 2, 3. This one is perfect.
That drives me crazy. Let him take off his tire.
It's one of the most destabilizing things is to have the mildest of infections, which is the common cold. You can't imagine how the whole household turns upside down when Inaya has a cold. And it's just a cold, but still they're so small, they struggle to breathe, they can't sleep well at night, they can't feed properly, so it's, and of course as a mother, and a completely paranoid mother, which I confess I am, it throws me for a loop. So one of the things that I want to do is to prevent rather than cure. Especially because with young children, with old people, what you want, in terms of medication, you're limited with what you can do. You don't want to give antibiotics frequently until they're of a certain age. You want them to build their own immunity, but they have such little immunity of their own, if any, really, that they can only take on so much. And, of course, I am reading up a lot about germs and what you can't see in the house, so I've become a little bit, certainly not like you, but a little bit of an expert in terms of germs and where they are in the house, and it's terrifying. It is terrifying to think that even right now, we are covered in germs. The things that are most covered in germs are all those phones over there that we are all handling all the time, and then we're passing them to our children who are playing with them. We're putting it to our ears, our mouths, the tabs, the doorbells, your keys, the bathrooms, my God. Of course, diaper changing stations, the kitchen. So you would think that, you can't touch anything, you have to walk around with masks, and how do you protect yourself, from things like that. So these are, I'm constantly looking for ways to, de-germ the house. We have a variety of products already, which are disinfectants that we use, surface cleaners and air purifiers and things like that we have. But I was very intrigued by an antibacterial LED bulb, because I think that is something I've never heard of.
Sure.
And that's actually why I'm here today, because it's yet another way of getting rid of germs and hopefully keeping us all healthy. So I'm very, very interested in that. Very rude to do that, and I'm very happy that over here we can say Namaste and Adab, and
yes,
shake everyone's hands also all the time. It comes across as rude, but honestly, when you have a little baby at home, you'd rather be known as rude and just be safe.
Yes.
And even now, when people like tongue her cheeks or they go, oh, little baby, I'm just like, oh, must you touch her face? Everybody comes to the house, I'm like, do you have a cold? That one was sniffling. Then I'll say, or I'll be like, or I'll drop something on them, so they have to, so I'm doing all sorts of crazy things, You don't have to be like me, but I think that, most of you can relate to this if you've had children, or you can't, and I'm completely mad.
You know germs more than us.
I think that, parents now, you really relate to more parents, young people, we form a community, and before you even go to the pediatrician, you ask other people who've been through that experience. And I hang out outside my daughter's play school all the time, we're always exchanging stories. So when I told them, and everyone's like, oh, what are you up to? And I said, today, I'm going to launch this antibacterial bulb that Crompton has, and they were very intrigued as well. They said, how does it work? And I said, I'm going to find out and I'll come and tell you. So these are things that, mothers, fathers, there are a lot of fathers also who are very interested now. I'm happy to know that parents are becoming hands-on and it's not just mothers. And I want to tell you, in fact, in spite of doing all this germ prevention stuff, I realized yesterday that my daughter has been drinking from someone else's water bottle for the past 2 days. She came home with another tank. So I was like, oh great. So we really need these bulbs.
Research on various emerging consumer trends for the last many years. I think one of the things we realized, and I think each one of us will realize, is that there is an ever-increasing awareness of health and wellness. Primarily, we start reading about air pollution, we start talking about new diseases. So there is definitely a very strongly emerging trend of increased awareness of health and wellness in general, and avoiding diseases to the extent possible, because obviously prevention is better than cure. So of course, as a company, we have been looking at these trends, and we felt that addressing this consumer pain point of keeping your environment germ-free and healthy is something which is important for the Indian consumer, and it's something we as a company could find a solution to. So once we realized that let's look at providing a solution which can help keep the home healthy by killing germs, then we had a choice to make. The choice was to either develop a specialty product whose only function would be to kill germs. Second option was to make a product which will give you light, but at the same time will also help you kill germs. As a company, we decided to go with option 2 because otherwise you will have to have multiple products, one to give you light, another one to kill the germs. So we said, let's try and develop a product which you can keep on just for reading, just like usual, and it will also give you the added benefit of actually killing germs. So actually, this is the first product concept anywhere in the world which can be used for a home, which gives you visible light. At the same time, will help you kill 85% of germs after a 4-hour exposure. So the product actually starts to work the moment it's switched on, and after 4 hours of keeping it on, it will kill 85% of germs. And this is the first such product for use anywhere in the world for a home. So it would be good if we can have the products switched on, the anti-bac bulb switched on, which is not a specialized product, but a product of killing 85% of germs. That's the first thing. The second challenge was, if I say it can be used in a home, it has to be affordable. So products using similar technology is available, for very specialized applications. So you have, for example, lights which are used in operation theaters. But then that costs such an amount of money that no Indian home would want to buy it. It costs maybe in hundreds of dollars and not hundreds of rupees. So the challenge for our R&D team was to find a solution which could use this technology, but at the cost at a price which is affordable. I think that's something which a company after a year and a half of research has managed to crack the code. So we have a product here which is not in hundreds of dollars, but in hundreds of rupees, which is just 20% or 25% more expensive than a normal LED bulb, which will give you light, and also gives you the added benefit of germ kill up to 85%. That I think is where the big breakthrough is.
So Dr. Patu, could you tell us what we can see in this demonstration?
Yeah. So basically, this is a UV cabinet where you can see the microorganisms illuminated. So we use the UV tube inside. So basically, there are 2 plates in the microorganisms having.
It has to be used over many years for many different applications, and some of it is very obvious. For example, X-ray is something you use in a diagnostic application, but of course the exposure has to be minimized. Similarly, you would use, for example, infrared light for pain management, but again you cannot have prolonged exposure beyond a point. Similarly, for microwave, you can use it for microwave oven at home, but you cannot have a continued exposure. So the only wavelength that is actually proven to be safe for long-term exposure for human beings is what is called the visible wavelength, which is what the normal light is. And a lot of research has been done in the past to see if there is any real possibility within the visible light spectrum which can also provide micro or antimicrobial effect. And it has been proven through research for many years that there is a part of wavelength of visible light which can actually help kill germs, and at the same time be not harmful for long-term exposure. So obviously the wavelength of light that is used in this application is from within the visible spectrum, which has been proven through multiple research for many years to be perfectly safe for human beings, but at the same time has a what I call the micro killing effect. So that's why this technology is perfectly safe, and I think the fact that this technology has been recommended by the Indian Medical Association proves 2 things. One, that it is perfectly safe for long-term use for human beings. Second, that it has an 85% germ-killing effect after 4 hours of use.
Way to try it. I think again, as I said, I'm very interested in disinfection. And I think what I really appreciate about this product is what you were talking about, that it's continuous, that you can just turn the light on after 4 hours, it will be its most effective. And I can already think of a number of places in the house where I need this. The fact is that well, I was thinking I should attach it to Anna's head in some way. So wherever she goes and the light falls on her, she'll be constantly disinfected. But it might be a little extreme. But I mean, I have a number of light bulbs in the house. I think that I would just swap them all because we do need light. They're serving the purpose of light, but simultaneously they can also disinfect.
Sure.
And as you said, it's pretty much the same price as a nominal increase in price. So that's not really going to break the bank. You don't need to touch it. It's not going to offend people when you go around cleaning them and like cleaning services just because they come home. You can just turn the lights on. So I think it's also friendly as a product. And I'm very excited, and I think it's going to do really well for Crompton.
A message for everybody here. With Mother's Day coming up, I think if you would like to say something about how as a mother you're going to be taking costs for that and that.
I don't know about giving messages. I think I could write a book on Parents' Day. But my message to other people on Mother's Day is probably it's one of the most difficult things to do, to be a parent. And to be a mother, I think people talk about it because you're also hormonally affected when you become a mother. That's my excuse, hormones. And that bond, the care that you want to give to your child, that kind of love, there's really no words for it. And there's so many things that you don't think about until you become a mother. And then your world changes and everything becomes, your priorities completely change. You change as a person, as I said. So as your priority becomes your child and your child's safety. And of course you think about other things, but the number one thing I do every time when I make my child sleep is I pray for her good health. And I just say, I hope you have a good night, I hope you sleep well, I hope you're healthy and you're happy. But health is so important. And the main message I think would be prevention rather than cure, especially when it comes to young children, which is why I would urge people to try something like Anti-bac, the LED bulbs from Crompton, which is something new, which is something that we haven't seen in this country before, which has been proven to be safe and proven to be effective, 85%. So I think that it has very high credentials, and it's something that I'm certainly going to try. I would never recommend anything that I wouldn't try myself. So if you're looking for disinfection, which we all are, then